What if I told you there's a place that still feels untouched, where turquoise water hugs white sand beaches, macaws scream overhead, and reef fish swim beneath wooden docks, all for less than what you'd spend on a weekend at home? And here's the catch, I'm leaving in 48 hours. This is Bocas del Toro, a quiet group of Caribbean islands off the coast of Panama that haven't been overrun yet. No mega resorts, no cruise ships, no inflated prices. It's still raw, still real, but not for long. I found this place almost by accident, and once I saw what was here, what you could do on a shoestring, I knew I had to document it before it changes. Because, trust me, it will. So if you're even thinking about escaping, start here. Let me show you what life still looks like before mass tourism gets its hands on it. The moment I landed, it felt different. There was no sprawling airport, no line of taxis charging triple the local rate, just one short airstrip, a few smiling locals, and a boat dock that looked like it belonged in a postcard. Unlike most parts of the Caribbean, Bocas del Toro hasn't been swallowed by developers. There are no high-rises cutting into the skyline, no cruise ports crowding the waters, and that's not by chance. Panama has actively protected this place. Strict marine park rules mean developers can't just bulldoze jungle and build luxury resorts. Cruise lines mostly ignore it, and because of that, prices haven't exploded yet. A backpacker here can live comfortably on around $40 a day. Mid-range travelers might spend double that, but it's still cheaper than many big cities. That includes food, a bed, daily activities, and even transport between islands. And what you get in return isn't just value, it's peace, nature, authenticity. That kind of experience is rare now, and it's why this place still feels like a secret. You don't need deep pockets to explore Bocas. In fact, the whole place is built on a kind of shared understanding. Locals and travelers finding easy, affordable ways to get around. One of the best examples, water taxis. Think of them like floating buses. For $1, you can zip from Bocas Town to nearby Caranero Island. For $3, you're on Bastimentos. Even at night, it's just $1 or $2 more. The key is to agree on your fare ahead of time and carry small bills. Simple. And if you want to explore deeper, skip the pricey private charters and look for the colectivos, shared wooden boats that leave when they've got enough people. I joined one with 7 others and we hit Dolphin Bay, Sloth Island, and Coral Cay, all for under $20. That included dolphin watching, snorkeling in clear water, and even a lunch stop where I had a full plate of grilled fish and rice for $6. The entire journey felt like a multi-million-dollar tour, except it cost me less than a tank of gas back home. Let's be honest, a lot of beaches claim to be untouched or secret, but here you hop on a local bus that costs pocket change, and 20 minutes later you're standing on Playa Bluff, where the jungle literally meets the sea. There's no entrance fee. No vendors trying to sell you towels or keychains. Just golden sand, howling surf, and scarlet macaws overhead. Another day, I took a $1 water taxi to Boca del Drago. From there, I walked to Starfish Beach. The water was so clear it looked unreal, and bright orange starfish dotted the sand beneath the shallows. There's a strict rule here. Look, don't touch. And everyone respects it. I spent hours just waiting and floating. Coconut smoothie in hand. Then there's Wizard Beach. You get there by hiking through the jungle from Old Bank Village. It's a short walk, but not an easy one. Vines, roots, and a lot of sweat. But once you break through the trees and see the Crescent Bay open up in front of you, worth it. Every drop. No fees, no gates, just effort and nature rewarding it. If you think island adventures require a tour guide and a hefty deposit, Bocas will surprise you. Most hostels here have communal snorkel gear, grab a mask, and swim straight off the dock. One morning, I paddled out from Caranero's south shore and found myself floating above bright coral and curious parrotfish. It didn't cost me a thing, and the water, warm, glassy, and clear as bottled spring. Even if your hostel doesn't have gear, renting a full snorkel set in town is just $3 to $5. No guide necessary. And if you time it right, during slack tide, you'll see more with less effort. Another day, I borrowed a kayak for free from a beach bar that only asked I buy a drink. I paid $2 for a juice and got an entire afternoon of paddling through mangrove channels in return. Some rentals charge $10 a day, which is still wildly low compared to most destinations. Out there, with no engine noise, just birds overhead and sea cucumbers below, I felt like I was drifting through a painting. It was one of the most peaceful parts of my entire trip, and cost less than a sandwich. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. And drop a comment if Bocas is going on your bucket list, or if you've already been. Let's swap tips in the comments. Some of the most unforgettable wildlife experiences in Bocas cost less than your usual Uber ride. Take Sloth Island, for example. You don't need a tour group, just head to the docks and split a ride with a few travelers. We paid around $12 total, and within minutes, we were gliding past mangroves where sloths hung motionless in the trees, barely blinking. Another night, I joined a turtle patrol for just $10. Rangers at Bastimentos National Marine Park guided us along the sand under moonlight, helping monitor nesting hawksbills. No crowds, no flashlights, just the quiet crunch of sand and the hope of spotting new life begin. And if plants and birds are more your thing, Finca Los Monos offers guided botanical walks for $15. I saw red lord parrots, wild orchids, and got views that stretched across the archipelago. Honestly, I've paid triple that in other countries for less beauty and no sloths. Bocas Town isn't just beaches and boats. It's full of color, rhythm, and history. I grabbed a cold drink and wandered its back streets, where bright murals tell Afro-Caribbean stories and reggae plays from porches without pause. You don't need a guidebook, just follow the sound of laughter and music. In September, the Feria del Mar transforms the town with fishing races, handmade crafts, and free concerts. I watched kids dance to calypso while eating $1 empanadas fresh from the fryer. One of my favorite experiences, visiting an indigenous-run cacao farm on a $15 Oreba tour. We hiked through forest canopies, learned how raw cacao gets its flavor, and tasted warm, rich chocolate while looking out over the jungle. No plastic gift shops, just locals sharing their culture proudly and generously. These aren't tourist traps, they're community memories that just happen to welcome visitors in with open arms and low prices. Bocas feeds you like your family, even when you're on a budget. Around sunset, the town square transforms into a street food haven. Lobster tails and corn roast over metal drums. And for $5, you'll get a plate piled high with grilled fish, rice, and plantains. Add another $1 for homemade chili sauce, and it's better than any fancy beachfront dinner I've had elsewhere. Walk a little further and you'll find tiny sodas, Panamanian diners serving hearty casados for $4. These are the places locals eat, and the food's seasoned with soul, not just spice. And if you're feeling social, the hostel happy hours are gold. 2-for-1 beers at Salina, $1.50 rum and cokes along Calle 1. I spent a whole evening swapping travel stories with people from 4 continents and even scored an invite to join a boat trip the next morning. That $3 drink paid for itself in connections. When the sun goes down, Bocas doesn't sleep. it just switches rhythm. On Tuesday nights, Undersea Hostel turns a stretch of beach into an open-air cinema. A white sail becomes the screen, and palm trees sway in the breeze as cult classics play under the stars. Bring your own popcorn or grab a plate for $2. Either way, the vibe is priceless. Friday nights follow the beat to the municipal dock. That's where the drumming starts. Locals and travelers mix, drums echo off the water, and before long, someone's dancing. There's no stage, no rules, just rhythm, community, and good energy. You don't need to buy tickets or reserve seats. Just show up, move your body, and be part of it. Some of my best nights here didn't cost a cent. They just needed curiosity and the willingness to join in. Even my last night here, barefoot on a dock, surrounded by drums and strangers turned friends, felt like a goodbye party for a place that's still beautifully unspoiled. By the way, I booked my last trip to Cancun for half the usual price, and no, I'm not gatekeeping. I used Expedia, and I've dropped my affiliate link below so you can get the same deals. No extra cost to you, just real savings. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, I'd be grateful if you bought me a coffee. I spent hours digging up the best hidden gems and turning them into something worth watching. That caffeine helps me keep going. Before you click away, subscribe if you haven't already. And if this blew your mind, wait until you see the next one. A tiny island nation just offered free land to Americans. You won't believe what they're doing over there.